Good morning. It's Tuesday, the 7th of October. My name's Tristan, this is my channel, Midnight Fish, and this is the artist spread. So, if you're arty, this might be for you. I'll start the reading with a quick card from my mother's deck. See what the general vibe is. It's very overcast today, and I'm sure the temperature's dropped by at least 5 degrees. I haven't checked the weather. It feels cold. Get the heating on. Oh, 8. That's endings, losses. In an artistic sense, it could be dark things. It could be horror writers or filmmakers, or maybe paint really disturbing pictures. Dealings with death and endings. Okay. Let's see what the Lost Oracle has to say. What else? I mean, you could be a funeral arranger. That's an art, isn't it? Making sure everyone's alright. There's a certain sort of etiquette and tradition. It depends on what country you're in. What else? Gravedigger? That's an art. A lot of jobs are arts in some ways. But most are crafts. And maybe write songs about death. Who knows? Let's find out. The Green Man. It's time to grow. And phenomenon. Expect the extraordinary. Very dark as well. It's black. Very mysterious. This is one of my favourite sort of folklore. The Green Man. Yeah. The forest. The god Pan. Where the word panic comes from. Because he'd make you panic in the woods. That's how you get lost in the woods. Right. Expect the extraordinary. Something's happening in your art world. Who knows? So this reading's 5 positions. What you put into your art, what your art says about how you see the world, what inspires your best work, and what your art inspires in others, and then a little message from the muse at the end. Last time it was the Empress. I wonder what will come up today. Maybe the devil. Dark energies. It is October after all, isn't it? Halloween time. Maybe you're working on something dark. How many times am I going to say the word dark in this reading? I should have my little counter out. These cards stick together sometimes. Sticky, sticky. What have we got? Yes, page of 1. Something new. A new idea you're working on. There's the Tower. Shakes everything up. Maybe about your what you make. It's completely different. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, very heavy energy. We got 5 of Cups at the bottom. Gosh, even heavier. And then the Moon at the back. These are very tricky and difficult emotions that you're trying to express in whatever you're working with. And that you're looking for growth by doing this, it seems. Behind it's the Moon. It's got to do with emotions. And there's the King of Swords, just cutting through these feelings. Whatever is happening very fast. 8 of Wands. Yeah. 3 of Swords. Very painful things. What you're working on. Just tapping into something very painful within you. So, we've got 9 Wands. King of Cups. Ace of Swords, 9 of Swords, and the 2 of Pentacles. Wow. What a reading. Okay. A very heavy energy, very mature. I'm going to clarify with the woodsy one. Wildwood Tarot. Wildwood Tarot. 9 of Wands. What you put into your art. This is a barrier. Sunrise behind it. Wounded warrior. Protecting what you got after many battles. What you put into your art is a sense of... Do you protect it? I don't know. What is it? Please give me a clue. 8 of Stones, skill. Knight of Pentacles. So you put quite a lot of hard work into your art, it seems. I know that's really redundant. But you work at it very methodically. And it's not too slow in this deck, the Knight of Pentacles. He's like a Mustang in the desert. Free to run. And he is running. And there's the King of Cups. Again, so we've got 2 Kings of Cups. Reaching that maturity, emotional maturity. Deck's upside down. And there, the Shaman, and then the Green Man. Okay. Whatever it is you put into your art, you protect it quite a lot. In this case, it's something about your own struggles, perhaps. Yeah, on this project, something to do with your struggle. Page of Cups, the Otter, and the Knight of Wands. Fiery, passionate energy, very confident, very busy. And then the Page of Cups, love. I'm a bit stumped. This reading is very unusual. Yeah, you're putting in to your, whatever you're working on at the moment, you're putting in, it's about your struggle and how you've come to this place where you're 9 wands, where she doesn't look very beat up actually. And in this, she looks, it's great. It's like that fence is quite sturdy. You can still see through it, but you're showing how you've overcome in life, in some aspect in this. And Page of Cups is to do with some emotions. So it's an emotional thing you're doing, but also quite fiery. Yeah. Okay. This is going to be a challenging read for me. Okay, this deck's very chatty. Ace of Cups, 10 of Wands. This feels like yesterday to me. It was a similar vibe. They had 10 cups and 10 wands. This sort of balance in life where you know life is full of loving and happy things, but also burdens. Yeah, okay. So this is what your art says about how you see the world. This might help me a bit more with this first position. This King Cups. Emotionally mature, can communicate emotions. So you see the world as a place where you need to be in control of your emotions. Yeah. You need to sit above the fiery sea almost. Not the fiery sea. I don't know why I said fiery. It's all water. He's still at the bottom. It's hard work. 7 of Cups, morning. Yeah. Ace of Wands. Breath of life. The world's a painful place. You need to, in your art maybe, you show how you've overcome emotional struggle. Yeah, so 8 of Swords, struggle. So I'm on the struggle bus today. Queen of Pentacles, bear. Yeah. So your art shows people you have to be this bear, this Queen of Pentacles, stable. The world's full of struggle. There's a lot of emotional things that can upset you. Sad things that happen all the time. Lots of people have a hard time, harder than us. Yeah, not that makes it any less, but so yeah, it's a place where you have to work really hard to get over things. But there's always an opportunity to start over, it seems. So whatever you're working on, this dark project about death, are you going to talk about death or illness you've gone through perhaps, or where you've, this could be financial loss. This is something you're working on, some project about how you've overcome and reached emotional maturity, and how that's the best way to transit through the world, is to have emotional intelligence, to not get dragged into the water as such. Yeah, after much struggle. Okay, hope that makes sense. Number 3, what inspires your best work? Ace of Swords, truth. What truth? Knight of Swords. Okay, the truth. People who, maybe it's people, situations that aren't overcome by emotion. Knight of Swords, the hawk, he's not very emotional. It takes very careful, considered action. And you see that in people or in the world or in yourself. It inspires you. Not being dragged into the emotions. See, the Page of Cups, he's sitting on the side here, you see. He's not in the water. The first steps of emotional maturity. So what you put into your art is like whatever project you're working on is something to do with the first steps of emotional maturity. It's fiery though. There's like the Knight of Wands there, the fox. Wiliness. You can't just be emotional, you need to be clever as well. An otter and a fox. To overcome struggle, to reach emotional maturity, the journey you go on, the struggle. So the Ace of Swords is a truth. So this is a Knight of Swords. What inspires your best work is people who, or situations where there's clarity. Ace of Swords. That's it. It is. Ace of Swords. Breath of life. And then behind that, death. Okay, endings and transitions. And the Great Bear. Okay. Judgment. Or justice. Is it justice? Where's my book? I've already forgotten. Number 20. Yeah, judgment. That's right. The bear judges you. Okay, so the truth about death. Okay, what inspires your best work is something to do with death. Endings, either real physical death or endings in life and how you transition through them. Both those arrows going up. Transition, 6 of arrows, yes indeed. And the 3 of Pentacles, creativity. How you transition through these truths to better, calmer waters in the position of the King of Cups, and how your art says about you see the world. Yeah, so through creativity, this transition, the truth about death, about endings, and how you can transform and be creative. That's what inspires your best work. Okay, that's cool, man. Let's move these guys around. All right, these 2 cards are going to be really interesting. What inspires your best work? What your art inspires in others is 9 of Swords. Your art inspires in others the need to stay up late. Is this staying up late consuming your art? Maybe music, books, paintings, pictures, films, I don't know. Or you trigger things in them that make them stay up late at night thinking about their own stuff. Or you inspire people to get out of overthinking patterns, which is a form of emotional turmoil in its own. When you think about it, because everyone's like, oh, swords, clear thought, air, thinking, blah, blah, blah. But it's overthinking, really, in this. It's the same as being drowned in emotion. I don't think there's any more emotional character in this deck than this woman who's on the bed like a 1950s movie star. Just dramatically upset. So your art inspires in others maybe to get off the bed and stop overthinking, to transition, to look at one sword. What is the true sword? What truth is there? There's 9 swords there. What's the one sword? She's got her hand on the handle of one of them. I've only just noticed that. To pick the one sword, the one truth, instead of being weighed by many, many truths, unable to see out the window for what the moon's doing. 5 of Cups, ecstasy. Yes, moving past 5 Cups, which was here as well. 5 Cups has been the general energy of the whole reading. But in here, it's ecstasy. It's moving past disappointments. It's the ecstasy of release, of regret, and, you know, mulling on the past, losses, emotional losses, whatever it is, emotional. Yeah, King of Pentacles, which is stability. The King of Stones, a wolf. And there's the Hermit again. Transitioning through. So your art inspires other people to reach this stage, maybe, in themselves, to transition to 5 Cups of ecstasy. 3 of Cups. And the Page of Wands. Here we have the Stoat. 3 of Cups, joy. To transition, ecstasy and joy. She's not having much fun with anyone there. Yeah, to get out of 9 swords, to stop overthinking, to connect with others again, to share cups, to be individual in this group. Because this is one of the things I noticed the most about this card, is the 3 cups are all very different. You've got a gold one, a green one, and a white one. There's joy here in their differences, even though they're all storks. They've all got their own personalities. So maybe your art inspires people to go back out and connect with others, to celebrate, to work together on emotional things. And the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands at the beginning, for them to start their own fieriness inside them. It's like a combination between emotional maturity but still having that youth of spirit. Yeah, it's a nice thing to inspire in people. Okay. Sorry, just rearranging cards because I'm OCD. Yeah. I'm not sure what this 2 of Pentacles means. Your message from your muse. Who your muse is? I don't think it's who it is. This young lad is juggling 2 pentacles, 2 ideas, 2 options, 2 directions, 2 offers. Have you got 2 offers? There's a boat. Ships coming in. Can't come in. Stormy sea. Can't come in until the lad chooses 1 or goes to 3, where you work together. That's the lesson there. You can't. The Green Woman, which is the High Priestess in this deck. Green Man's the Judgment. Okay. Judging. Are you looking for someone to work with? Yeah, that's the whole thing I was talking about. Yeah, okay. I was just thinking this. I was thinking it's a direction. Yeah, a choice. But you're not like having a hard time juggling this at all. But here we have the Green Man and the Green Woman, because you couldn't juggle 3. They don't juggle 3. When you go to 3 Pentacles, you're working with other people. Or you're no longer juggling, you sat at a desk or something. If anyone's seen a card out there where it's the 3 of Pentacles and it's one person juggling all 3, please do send it to me. But the next step is to work with people. The next step from 2 Pentacles, it's 3 Pentacles. It's working together. So maybe it's a project you're going to work on. It seems like you're looking for the right group or person or direction, like perhaps mentor, or could be a job or an offer, something that will balance you. The green man and the green woman here, like a pair working on something magical. So are they looking for someone or something, or a job? Give us a clue what's going on here. What's the right direction? Or, I mean, I'm not really here to tell you what to do. I just throw cards around. Okay. 5 of Swords, frustration. Okay. So maybe this process is frustrating you a bit. So the Muse is saying it's frustrating you a bit. You want to be at home. You're not enjoying being out hunting goats. Last arrow. Who's going to get the magical goat? Magical goat. Queen of Wands. There she is. And the green woman. Okay. 5 of Swords. King of Swords. Kingfisher. And the stag. Which I believe is strength. Yeah. So it's saying that to make this decision, you need to be clear of thought. King of Swords just wields one sword. One sword. From these 9 swords to one sword, the truth. You can only transition into the next stages of things when you wield the truth and have clarity of thought. So you need clarity of thought and to be strong. You need to be quite strong to make whatever decision it is you're making. The Muse is saying it's very frustrating that you just want to be at home. You don't really want to be dealing with any of this anymore, whatever it is you're doing. It might be because of the territory you're exploring in whatever project this is. It could maybe bring up difficult feelings or memories. I don't know. Artists do all kinds of things, isn't it? You can get inspiration from many things. So yeah, be a King of Swords. Have clarity of thought. Yeah. So the 5 of Cups is the general energy. So what is this to do with? I feel like this is the subject matter of whatever it is you're working on. 5 of Cups. It's a little mermaid. She's got a nice little archway behind her, and there's a magical city in the clouds. Sometimes I see it. And there's 5 cups, but none of them have any blood in them. And she looks like a good swimmer, so she could quite easily pop off. She's only sat there. There's a box of gold and buckets of gold. Which is money. It's funny to come up in a cups card. Okay. 9 of Swords. Okay, dedication. 5 of Wands, empowerment. 3 of Swords, jealousy. 6 of Cups, reunion. 5 of Cups, ecstasy. Okay. You got the Knight of Pentacles and 9 of Wands, respect. Horse, respect. I don't know, something about being very dedicated to something and wanting this respect. 9 Wands. 9 Wands is what you put into your art. You want respect for the work you put into your art, but maybe you haven't been getting it. You're very dedicated. You've had a lot of shit fly towards you, I suppose. These arrows are going all in the wrong direction almost. 9 Wands. Yeah. You're like a little knight Mustang. Set this horse free. Knight of Pentacles. You're quite dedicated to your work, very methodical. That came up here already. But there's something about respect that you're not getting. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. I suppose you just move on from that, I guess. I mean, you know, just create for the sake of it. I don't know. As long as you got your own respect, you should be fine. It's very nice getting validation from other people. I mean, at least if a handful of people give you some respect, isn't that enough? It depends on what level you're working at, you know, I don't know. I suppose if you're doing a lot of hard work and it's achieving a lot and you're not getting that respect, then fucking I'd be 5 cups as well. Okay. I'm not going to delve too much into that because it feels a bit upsetting. Yeah. So, what am I going to do? What should the viewer do? Am I going to do that? Yeah, why not? What should the viewer do? Yes, you've put up barriers because you're not getting the respect you want, and that's perfectly fine. You know, people get pissed off when you put down boundaries for yourself, for your own well-being, and they get pissed off with you, then they probably shouldn't be in your life. Sorry, but like, you know, you can only tell a person so many times. Obviously, give people the benefit of the doubt, and if they don't know or don't understand, you can, you know, give them quite a few tries. I've always been one who's like, yeah, okay, punch your ticket for the 20th time, shall we? But eventually, if somebody really doesn't understand the boundary, then, you know, I don't know what else can you do but remove them from your life. If you don't, you're not respecting your own boundaries. I guess sometimes people don't think you're serious. Maybe they don't think you're serious. Like, oh shit, you are just a wild Mustang in the desert. You can leave any situation you want. You don't have to stay anywhere beyond what is your responsibility, i.e. family, children, pets and plants and shit. I mean, but even you could probably, a lot of people do give their pets to like pet shelters, don't they? Oh, which makes me sad. 7 swords. 10 pentacles. This is very foxy. He's being a bit sly, isn't he? The 7 of swords. He's got the cheekiest grin out of all of them that I've seen. 8 of pentacles again. That's come up already. The hermit and that. 6 of wands. To reach victory, you just need to shut up and work. This guy, he's like the guy who not only put in the work, the hours, the dedication, he also just watched everyone with his lanterns, didn't say much. You know, like Gandalf. Just be cryptic and mysterious, but you're thinking, observing the situation. The hermit is looking for illumination within and without. Yeah, because when you find it within, you find it without. That's the whole journey, both ways. You can be your own worst enemy in how you interpret a situation if you don't do inner work first and go, why am I seeing it that way? Yeah. To reach victory, just put the work in. Be very thoughtful, considerate about what's happening around you. Don't say too much. Don't say too much. Be sly. Be sly. 7 of swords, be sly. The 10 of pentacles is waiting for you. Page of swords there as well. And the Queen of Pentacles, stability. Queen of swords, lovely. All right, a couple more cards and then I'm going to go to work. I hope this reading made sense. Some bits were a bit, okay, what do you want? Your energy is appreciated. Okay. It might not feel like it is, but it is. It's telling you it is. You maybe just need to look for it. Look for the little feathers. You know, as much as some people feel comfortable in saying things to you that are a bit mean, a lot of people are scared of saying things that might show that they care too much, which is really strange, but it's true. There's many people I'd like to say, you know, like I find you very inspiring and your work's amazing, but you don't want to come across as being a weird creep sometimes. So people just kind of temper themselves a bit. Your worries will soon be over. Yeah, well, that's a nice message. Release control. I get that here. This guy, he's being clever, but he's not controlling anything. He's just like, he made it out with 5 swords. You know, he didn't kill anyone. He just sort of took advantage of a situation, but he's sort of released control. Working hard, looking in, not trying to control external circumstances. Just having 9 wands. You're having this 9 wands feeling. Protecting yourself. And then trust that pain is a great teacher. Okay, yeah. I mean, that seems to be the theme of what you're doing. Some sort of pain. You're working on a project that involves maybe looking at that and trying to transmute it or alchemize it. Yeah, there's 2 feathers and a bell on this picture. It's a very clear, bright day. Maybe you'll see some feathers around a church, or I always see feathers as little signals, and whatever that means for you, it's, you know, because the bell, it's a sign, it's a ringing. Could be a song that comes on, could be anything. But just look for those little moments of joy, and remember that brains are designed to pick up on bad more than they are on good. It's just a protective thing. We don't really, it doesn't have the same effect, good things sometimes. Like it's 2 things, one good and one bad, of equal measure. The bad will seem worse because it's a bad thing and you'll focus on it more. Because your brain's designed to detect threats and eliminate them, or move away from them, or destroy them, or whatever it is. Like a computer game. Hey, a little message from the angels, whose names I shall not pronounce. And then I'm going to go. Get in touch with nature. This will help clear your mind and refresh your spirit. Okay, go for a walk. Just a little walk somewhere. I know it's gloomy outside, but it's nice when you get all wrapped up. And then when you get cold, you can go back inside and then get all warmed up. And the process of warming up is quite nice, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, hope you've had a good time listening. And if you have, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And whatever you're doing today, I hope you're having fun. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.